So I was talking about the plan to check act methodology. So in the plan step includes many things. For example, also we talked about the determination of the inspection of material delivery, job ready conditions, work in progress, completion, and punch list. So plan also includes the plan for remediation of defects prior to the completion of the project. Similarly, plan also includes the formulation of a continuous improvement plan, including identification of areas to improve, training of applicable personnel, and confirmation of effective application. The plan also includes the determination of the relative success of the program by using measurable indicators such as the number of zero item code inspections and the number of valid warranty calls. The procedures for regular audit of the success and use of the quality management program at job sites by the uh, quality program managers. And similarly, the uh, procedures for an annual audit of the quality management program with upper management, including analysis of the success of the program and the plan to improve the plan for the next year. So the plan step includes many items, uh, and it's a very important step in the plan do check act cycle. So similarly, the plan phase will also include implementation of several of the elements of the company's quality management plan. So this area includes implementation of identifying applicable standards, training of the crew, and ensuring that the material and subcontracts meet the standards. The do phase involves doing the work efficiently and right the first time, applying the principles in the quality management plan. The check phase involves inspection of the work and necessary repair of defective work prior to turning over the project to the customer. Inspection of the work needs to be done by a knowledgeable individual with authority within the firm. So use of a sample checklist from containing major elements of the installation facilities. These inspections need to be made at the completion of every installation. And finally, the act phase includes continuous improvement and the evaluation of the entire program. Continuous improvement can be done in many ways. One continuous program involves identification of currently occurring defects from the inspection forms, coupled with the retraining to all applicable employees on the correct method of installation. So by addressing one defect per month, the contractor can effectively address many defects in a short period of time. So also during the act phase, the contractor needs to analyze the effectiveness of their program and address the weaknesses of the program. By analyzing measurable indicators of the success of the program, the contractor can show justification for the program while identifying areas for increased concentration. So once we have the quality plan and the methodology established for the quality plan, we must look into the quality control, job site quality control team as well. So the primary objectives of the quality control assignments are to avoid duplication of effort, to ensure every quality aspect is covered, to provide a clear delineation of responsibilities, to provide effective guidance on the project to achieve quality work, to provide documentation of materials, installation, and tests. So the job site quality control team. So the next slide over here shows the uh, a quality control checklist. Okay, it is a quality control checklist. For example, for concrete on the site. So if we want, this is then, and this is a quality control checklist shows that what are the items which needs to be assessed for checking the quality of certain items on the project. Okay, such as when it is mentioning the strengths requirement for the concrete, okay, and the general requirements and the requirements for the concrete in the footings and maybe in some other areas as well. So the testing and inspection is required on the site. Uh, both testing and inspection are required by most contractors to protect the owner, public architect, and contractors. So the inspection process should be done by independent agencies outside of the contract process to avoid any vested interest. Inspection and testing, if they are done correctly, will bring an unbiased review of the installation and product requirements. So building inspector's main task is the enforcement of the local building codes. Each municipality or local code authority has its own building code, which is normally based on a standard code. So the building codes have been established, written, and continually updated by national or regional code organizations. Some additional codes are incorporated into the local building codes, such as the access requirements, zoning ordinances, health codes, and other regulations that protect the environment, safety, and health of the general public. So this next figure shows an example of typical building permit fees. So fees for the plan check normally are in addition to the basic permit fees. And this is a figure for a typical flow chart for the building permit process. And this figure shows an example of a building permit that has been issued after the application and review has been completed. Okay, this is the building permit number, although it's not written, but it's like a kind of a form which will be filled when the building permit have to be given. This chart is about the a sample job site inspection card. Okay, and this next card is the correction notice. So sometimes when the inspection is made and some things need to be corrected, then a correction notice is issued. And in worst case, there is another notice which is called as the stop work notice, can also be issued. So therefore in the testing and inspections, therefore in the testing and inspection, when the inspectors are involved, the inspectors will have the following responsibilities. The inspectors are trained personnel in the specific area of inspection. They are independent. Inspectors are independent and do not enjoy any type of gain from their decisions. Inspectors do not direct the contractor. Inspectors must make decisions regarding conformance to specifications or codes, and inspectors can accept or reject the work, such as in the previous example which I showed to you was for the stop work. So for example, in this case the work was stopped. So in this case it was said that the work is found to be in non-conformance and not acceptable. So all work is to stop and correction immediately made. So previously I described the responsibilities of the inspectors. Uh, some of the testing and inspections have to be required from outside laboratory, and those inspection services include, or they can be obtained, are related with the soil and concrete testing. So in, for example, for the compliance to the compaction density requirements, okay, for in the case of concrete, maybe the slump requirement, cylinder compressive strength. For the reinforcing steel placement, confirmation of the placement location. For welding testing inspection, it will be the visual X-ray testing. Bolt torque, tested torque on example bolts. Aggregate testing, hardness, material composition. Asphalt testing, mixed design, strength, and layout and vertical alignment is also tested. Okay, so the next slide is showing the standards and abbreviations examples. So this is example of the specification language used to reference associations and their standard method of installation and other quality standards. So this is an example for the standards and abbreviation in the specification parts. This is a figure which is about the typical specification language, okay, which is used in the construction documents, and these examples are related with the, for example, this is related with the testing laboratory service example specification section. And this figure is about the soil testing, okay, soil consultant and soil testing. So the requirements have been mentioned in the specification section. And then this is about layout requirements, and then this is also in the example specification section. So, and this figure shows the specifications on the acoustical ceilings. So as a summary, one can say that the quality is not a simple goal to achieve, and products are always new in some